I'm Tony Pfau, and this is Tamaya Rolle. And her parents, Tamaro and Hermaine Rolle, are friends of mine and live down in the Bahamas. Tamaya has Down syndrome and is in dire need of heart surgery, so they reached out to me. Tamaro and I met years ago when he did my final scuba certification down in the Bahamas, and we've kept in touch ever since. Great family. When they found out their little girl needed their help, the COVID situation sort of wrecked the nonprofit's ability to do fundraising and stuff, and so he reached out to me to try to get a GoFundMe going. And so here we are, stepped up to try to take care of that, but I found out that them being Bahamas citizens posed a problem with GoFundMe raising funds here and getting it to them there, and our tax code posed some problems. But boy, I tell you what, the Victor Sassoon Heart Foundation in Bahamas and their sister, their U.S. foundation, the Sassoon Heart Foundation Inc., stepped up to the plate and were willing to partner with us to help raise the funds. And so we were able to get this GoFundMe set up so that we could raise funds to help little Tamaya, and it would go through the nonprofit foundation. So can't thank them enough, because it was getting pretty hard to figure out a way. So I hope you'll take a look. I've put some clips. I interviewed R.E. Barnes of the Sassoon Heart Foundation, a little more information. Great organization. They work to help kids in the Bahamas that have heart issues. 97% of the funds that they raise go directly to helping the patients, so it really is something. And you'll see that they all work by volunteer, and really just a super organization. We can't thank them enough. So I hope you'll take a look and see what this is about, and if you can find it in your heart to help us out with something, doesn't matter how small, every little bit counts. It would be greatly appreciated, and can really go to maybe save our little girl's life, and maybe other children down in the Bahamas too, if we exceed our what little Tamaya needs. So I'm here today with R.E. Barnes of the Sassoon Heart Foundation, who's graciously agreed to help us raise funds for a friend of mine's daughter down in the Bahamas who's in need of heart surgery. And Mr. Barnes operates the Sassoon Heart Foundation. And so welcome, R.E. Tell us a little bit about your organization and what you guys do.
Well, thank you, Tony. It's a pleasure to be with you, and speaking to your associates there. We're a foundation that was created in 1961 to assist children with heart disease. Unfortunately, a lot of the parents here don't have insurance. And so when a child needs surgery, we try to step in and make sure that that child gets what they need to grow up and lead a full, healthy, rewarding life.
Good. And this is for children in the Bahamas, right?
Yes. We have always had to support just the children of the Bahamas, and we do because we work in partnership with a couple of the hospitals in Florida. We do send children over there, but there would be children who have to be resident here in the Bahamas. I think one of the things I'm most proud of with the Sassoon Heart Foundation is that Lady Sassoon left her trust money to pay for our offices here. We don't have any salaried employees. Everybody is a volunteer on that. The Sassoon Heart Foundation, basically of every dollar we raise, a little over 97 cents of that dollar goes directly to paying for the surgeries of the children. That's pretty extraordinary for any charity to have that high a funds in, funds out thing that's actually helping the cause you're giving to. And so I'm very proud of that, and I wish to we are audited annually by PricewaterhouseCoopers. They reflected on this number a few years ago and said we're almost 98% of every dollar we raise is helping the children. We have very low overhead of things that we have to pay for from the foundation. So it's a blessing that we have this to be able to assure people that when they give us money, virtually every penny of that dollar they give us is going to help pay for that child's surgery. It's wonderful to have the cooperation of everybody to make sure that we're able to assist these children and have never had to say no to one who needed it.
Oh, good. Terrific. So you guys got impacted by COVID pretty heavily on your fundraising efforts. You want to tell us a little bit about what was going on? I mean, what do you guys got going on to try to overcome that?
Well, unfortunately, it's a problem for all charities worldwide, and we're no different. And so it's impacted us. We have not been able to raise any funds like we normally would going out. We'd have a fun run walk and all sorts of things locally just to help. Every February, February being Heart Month, of course, with Valentine's, we had a heart ball, and it's been our major fundraiser for over 57 years. And unfortunately, we won't be having one in 2021 because of the pandemic. So that is going to really impact our fundraising for this year. And we generally raise $300,000 to $400,000 a year to help pay for these surgeries. And this year, we just don't have any kind of vehicle to raise that kind of funds like the ball. And so we're appealing to people with Gofundme and trying to do an art auction online and so on to raise funds. We've made shopping bags with our logo on it to sell, all sorts of things, just trying to come up with ways to give people a vehicle to assist us raise funds to make sure our children can get their needed surgeries when the time arrives.
Well, and that brings up your willingness to work with us here on the Rolls, because they reached out to me. I'm in the States. This is for the audience. And you guys have a nonprofit in the States, which allows us to sort of co-op together. You want to speak to that?
Well, occasionally we get approached, or we have to approach people to try and assist us with raising money, particularly this year because of the pandemic. And fortunately, the Rolls approached a friend of theirs, Tony Pfau, who's doing this broadcasting for us, to help us raise funds through a GoFundMe in the U.S. You know, we're very grateful when somebody can broaden our reach to get out to the U.S. Lady Sassoon had friends all over the place, the founder of the Sassoon Heart Foundation, and she reached out to them, and that's why we set up the Sassoon Heart Foundation, Inc., for our American friends who were looking for a tax-deductible vehicle. So anything we do, either through GoFundMe, which would go into the Sassoon Heart Foundation, Inc., it all has a 501c3, which is the tax-deductible process for the U.S., and so we can raise money. You'll know you can, if you're from the U.S., you get a tax deduction on it, and it helps our kids get the surgery they really need.
Say that this is sort of a unique situation with Tamaya Rolle, because they have a friend in the U.S. and you guys agreed to help us with the fundraising because the normal fundraising efforts aren't there. Is this kind of the way you see things having to go forward? Family has a friend in the States, you guys would be willing to help co-op this way, or what's your take on that?
Well, GoFundMe is helping a lot of charities, and certainly we're using them as well. We have been on there for a long time, but unless you went to our webpage, we're trying to update it right at the moment even to accommodate this sort of thing. We have not used it as sort of a new vehicle for us here. The reality is right now everybody's hurting with the COVID experience that we're all going through. And so GoFundMe is a way for people here in the Bahamas, but also in other countries, and the U.S. in particular, to help us. And because we have tax-free status as a charity in the U.S. as well with Sassoon Heart Foundation, Inc., people can make a tax-deductible donation to the foundation.
Well, I think that's super, because I know one thing we ran into with Tamaya was that we can raise the money, but getting it to the family directly is a problem with the tax code. And so with the foundation being there, that we can get to it a nonprofit, that seems to level the situation out and make something happen, because as far as I know now, GoFundMe isn't supporting Bahamas yet, but having a U.S. nonprofit and being able to go through that way, it sounds like it could really open the door.
You know, we have an excellent reputation. It is one of the blessings that we have, that we get to see these children when they come back healthy, and I wish everyone could see them when they come back healthy, because the difference of that child going over and coming back is really something that's very, very special. To see a child who you now see can be healthy, learn the things in school that they want to learn, play on the playground with their mates, and, you know, so that they can lead a full normal life.
Well, Ari, I got to tell you, what you guys are doing is just super, and I can't thank you enough for your willingness and being able to cooperate with us and try to get some solutions here for the Rolle family and little Tamaya. But is there anything else you'd like to let our folks know?
Well, thank you. I mean, it's basically it. We count on the public for support. And so we just ask that, if they can help, in this case or any others down the road, it is a blessing to have this happen and make sure that these children we've never had to say no, and we're counting you to help us make sure that we don't have to do it now. Just a big thank you to you and everyone who has ever helped us through the years. And you really can help these children, let us help them to be healthy. And so really just the biggest thank you to everybody.
Oh, terrific, man. Yeah. And thank you out there if you're watching this for tuning in. And boy, anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. These guys really do change lives, and it is something to see. So
I want to personally thank all of the donators out there for their help, especially in this situation with our baby who needs a heart surgery. I couldn't say thank you enough. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, I want to say thank you to everyone, all the donators, and I say again, all of the friends and the new friends that we're gonna meet over this whole process. And just saying thank you very much. Any little thing that you can give to help out the baby Tamaya with the surgery, it would be highly appreciated.
Thank you so much.